What is up, guys? Jake from One Hive here with the next Patreon attack series video, and I am over at Black Tooth Grin, checking out one of my patrons with a really nice attack, hitting Lord Byron. We'll talk about that in a moment. Not our Lord Byron, but a copycat. Anyways, guys, if you are interested in this, obviously you can go to the link in the description and find out how you can be featured on one of these videos as well. But let's get to it. Needles, Kane taking out Lord Byron, the imposter, and doing it with a very nice goho. 15-16 on the hero, so not like he's rocking the level 30 heroes, and doing it on a max defense Town Hall 9. So I think that's pretty impressive. Comes over from the right side, a couple of golems. He does have a wall breaker fail here in just a minute. He's starting to clear out that trash for the wizards, and then right here drops those wall breakers, and boom, they get taken out. But never fear, he does have the backup plan of the jump spell. Obviously, he wanted to get a little bit deeper into all the way into that core, but keeps his cool head, drops the jump spell down. Everything starts routing in, and the queen and the king start moving forward. Clearly, can still easily get to that enemy queen, which is the whole deal anyways. Once he takes her out, the CC troops, his hogs are safe to start moving their way through the base. You see he drops the poison there, really nicely placed. Starts taking him out right there. The enemy queen goes down. One of those balloons goes down, and then the dragon gets to hang out just a little bit because the queen sort of is too far back and on some of these storages and collectors, but no big deal. She'll get there eventually. The dragons. The hogs start coming in from the top. Very nice deployment on these hogs, just sort of a surgical style, patient, not just spamming them all in from the top, keeping them just a few coming in, reinforcing that first group, dropping the heal down for the giant bomb right there. They go down, get into that core, start taking out those Teslas. Huge value for that small group of hogs at the start. And then he still starts just sort of reinforcing, working that counterclockwise motion and reinforcing every time he needs to. Still has a few hogs up in the bag towards the very end there. One more at this point. But really everything, you see the queen doing really a nice job, a lot of work there. And everything moving in here down at the bottom. Sent that one hog in for that giant test, that giant bomb spot, and glad he did because there was one there. Saved a lot of damage to the rest of his hogs. Still has the one heal spell right here. Could have swagged it, no question about it. Could have swagged that out. The queen's still up. It has wizards up, just a few skeletons down there. But plays it safe, which is a smart thing to do. You never know. It takes out the rest of those, and then everything else is just clean up. The king's still up, but no big deal there. You see a few hogs jump on him while he's dealing with the golemite, and the queen helps out. It gets the 3-star. Excellent, excellent attack by Needles Kane from Black Tooth Grin. Let's get to the next attack. All right, our next attack comes to us from over at the Donkey Show, and Danger Donkey himself taking out their number 4 and doing on a fresh hit. This was a first attack on this base. Very, very nice. Maxed out, or basically maxed out Town Hall 9. Defense-wise, it is. Walls are, starting to get those Lego walls. And pretty high-level heals, 25, 22. Just gets the easy CC lure, brings them out, drops the poison. We'll fast forward through that. Wait till that ticks off a little bit, drops another poison, takes care of that dragon, and boom, from there. Coming at it with the queen walk, dropping the queen and those 3 healers down. Just going to let her do her thing, start moving around the base. A wizard to create that funnel, push her the direction he wants her to go, which is always a good idea. Right there, she's going to start moving up towards the top. You see he's got those Valks queued up, and he's got the 14 hogs as well as a golem in the CC and a golem of his own. So I like this one because it's a split attack, basically. The queen does her thing. Even with the CC troops taken care of, he does not join her back up. He just does it on the opposite side, which he gets a lot of value for. So I think that was a good plan for sure. She's going to come in and get this X-bow right here. Going to have to drop that rage spell, get her boosted back up, and get that X-bow down a little quicker once that second point defense locked on. But that's what they're there for. Uses the rage, gets her completely full health and moving through these defenses very quickly at this point. Now at the bottom, you see coming in with the golems. Don't lose track of the queen. She's still doing her thing up there. Golems on the bottom, wizards create the funnel, and then we'll wall breaker in. And also, obviously, actually, no wall breakers on this one. Actually, it does have wall breakers. Sorry. It does have wall breakers on the first there, but has the double jump as well. So, really going to have the jump spells to let his troops continue to move through this base very quickly. You see the queen just using her ability up top. Take out that enemy king. Here come the redheads and the king moving in. There's the first jump spell. I'm going to let them right in. Of course, that queen's going to jump that wall, so they are going to have access to her. Even from right there, but still having that next jump spell is going to allow troops to continue to move forward. Right there, taking out that X-bow. As soon as that happens, the heal spell's down. That's going to allow the Valks to sort of get healed back up. But look at these Valks out here being on this wall. So crazy that they would do that instead of going right for that jump spell. But that's the thing about Valks. You got to have that just ironclad, predictable path for them. Otherwise, they're not going to always do what you want. But the long story short, the queen dies. gets taken care of. That little Tesla farm gets taken care of. Everything is looking good. The hogs are coming in. The queen is still up doing her thing. Is losing some healers right here, so the queen's getting pretty low, but the damage has been done. The second jump to let the king and the golem continue to move forward, and then the last few hogs on the right side, and that is a wrap. I mean, beautiful attack. Just picked it apart. Everything was put down just right. Again, besides those Valks sort of straying and running off through the wall, beautiful. Everything went according to plan. You see the double bomb set going off there towards the end, but no big deal. That's a 3-star for Danger Donkey. Awesome attack, moving right along. All right, our next one comes to us from over at Steal the Glory. You know him, you love him, the man himself, doing a beautiful attack. Now, guys, you're going to freak out when you see this, and you're going to scream modding and all that crap, but it was a cleanup attack. He knew where everything was, and it just happened to work out this way. So let's check it out. Him going in on number 8 here. He came over to Steal the Glory for this ranged war with Cold September. Coming on the left side with a couple of golems and a couple of wall breakers, just sort of easing them in there, opening everything up. Wizards to create the funnel, and then he will drop his queen down as well. As it starts moving away through here, again, knowing where all the giant bombs and all this little Tesla farm and all this is huge valuable information to him. So he moves in, and he's going to get 3 of the 4 giant bombs triggered with just this left side little mini kill squad here. These golems, the queen, etc. He's trying to do some stuff with these wall breakers here. I'm not exactly sure. I guess he wanted the king to be able to get in there, and he starts dropping these wall breakers. But as soon as that Tesla goes down, now that compartment's cleared out. So the wall breakers retarget and start going down here to the bottom, and then that archer tower and that mortar just smoke them. So all his wall breakers are done at this point. But the queen is still up. She's not being touched because those golems are doing all the tanking for her over there on that side, which is perfect. Right there, that hog finally gets in there and gets that CC alert out. But once again, even that P.E.K.K.A. is going to be targeting these golems and golemites because they are out in front of the queen. So that worked out really, really well. The queen's going to turn around and take him out in just a moment. Goes ahead and drops that second poison on him as well, just to soften that up, keep him, this damage even slower than it already is. You see the queen, or the king working on that wall that he loosened up there. He's got that nice funnel created so the king won't walk on him. He's going to go in. Right here, the queen and the golem, see, getting 2 more giant bombs. So now 3 of the 4 giant bombs are taken care of. The jump spell for the king, he's going to go in and get that enemy queen taken care of. The CC troops are taken care of. All is looking well right now for the man, and he still has 27 hogs in the bag. You see that golem still out in front, still tanking for that queen. I don't think she's hardly been touched, besides a little bit of damage from those giant bombs. Here comes the swarm of all 27 hogs coming in, just targeting all of these defenses on the bottom here. Look how many he's getting at one time. Just boom, 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 boom. They're going down. And then at this point, I think right here, he decides spells are for chumps. The jump spell, sort of a necessity, but the rest of them, he'll just take them home, maybe spend them on a farming raid. Just kidding. You know the man. He's going to swag them out here in just a minute. All 3 heal spells swagged. Luckily, that hog group split right there and got that last giant bomb. But, not the best giant bomb placement. All 4 giant bombs were up top there, so you got to give him a little credit. But still, pretty amazing to swag 3 heal spells. Right here, you're going to see him spread them out across the base. Beautiful attack by the man. Always killing it, bringing us fun stuff to watch. So let's keep this train rolling. All right, our next attack comes to us from over at Unseen Ambush, and Cororo is the man of the hour and bringing a really nice one. I like this attack. I like it because he identified that he could eliminate all the air defenses, and when you can do that pretty cheaply, as he does here, one with a Zapquake and the other with a Queen Walk, you know that you can bring enough dragons to pretty much wreck the rest of the base in most scenarios, especially on this one with a few point defense that are not fully upgraded. A few of those archer towers still at Town Hall 8 level. So he comes in with this queen here. Healers go right down. Wizards create that funnel, just sort of push her the direction he wants her to go. She gets that first air defense. Now, right here, it gets a little bit dicey. She's got 2 archer towers and an X-Bow on top of her. You have to go ahead and use that ability, and then what that does is those archers come out. It actually lures out the CC troops. Just drop the spell on her, right there, the poison spell, and the queen takes care of these CC troops, but gets really close. Did take out one of those archer towers, which actually is what saved him, and got just out of the range of another one, but did get in range of that cannon. So a few shots from that dragon, and she gets very, very low. I thought he was going to drop a rage spell here, but kind of just guts it out. She does just hang on, gets to that next air defense, and then here in just a moment, right there, a wizard, a few wall breakers, nothing can even reach them. It opens up that wall, and she's able to walk in and get to that last air defense, take it out, and that opens the door wide open for all of his dragons to come in. He also does have a lava hound in the CC, which makes it nice. You don't have to do it that way, but that lava hound is going to get out in front. It's going to take some traps. It's going to take some damage. just soak up a lot of things for those dragons and protect them because they're going to stop at everything, all those storages, the town hall, etc. Lets that lava hound sort of get out in front and take some of the beating. So you'll see that in just a moment. That air defense goes down. Here comes the lava hound, and the dragons coming in. That lava hound is going to stop off on that first defense right there, already soaking up one trap and taking a lot of shots from this X-bow, from the archer tower, from the wizard tower, from the Tesla. All that damage that would have been going to his dragons now is going to that lava hound, and as you can see, it's not even really that hurt right here. First rage goes down. Right there, a black bomb and a red bomb come in. Now the lava hound's pretty beat up. He's going to explode here in just a moment. But look how much that's helped. Just keeping that out front. That X-bow was on him the entire time until almost it was taken down. Second rage spell goes down. There is a small little double Tesla over there. The queen's still doing her thing, going through, taking out just trash bugs at this point. But again, right now at this junction, there's really nothing that can stop these dragons. Those two archer towers up top are just a little bit underdeveloped, and those Teslas right there, when they get in range, they are going to do some damage, but right there, that X-bow just goes down that last shot. Now you see that King comes over. He's going to take a little bit of a beating from these Teslas as well. But all other defenses are taken care of. The queen came around. She did her thing. Took out some more archer towers. So that was good. Right here, the king's going to come over and do a little bit of tanking and sort of just at the right time. He's got the ability still. Let that double giant bomb go off. Go ahead and use that king's ability. Heal him up. And while he's taking the beating, the dragons come in and finish off these last two Teslas. So beautiful attack. Sort of a cheetah-esque, dragon attack, as we've seen some people doing. They're learning from it, so that's awesome. We got at least one more. Let me see if I can get one more in for you guys before we wrap this one up. All right, guys, our final attack comes from Hunter the Great over at Resurgent. Let's check this one out, a Town Hall 10 attack. So those are always fun to watch. And doing it with 32 heroes. Now, this is not like a fully maxed out Town Hall 10, but still, it does have those Inferno towers in there. Makes it infinitely more difficult, and Hunter brought a really, really nice plan for this one. Wants to get a couple of these air defenses taken out, and the queen as well, which is very important. Now, the CC has a lava hound in it, so really not a big deal for an air attack. You just sort of try to ignore that, but you see right there, uses the queen's ability. That takes out the defending queen. The king's in there. He's beating on this air defense. It's about to go down, and because he sort of went on the left side, cleared all that trash out of the way, it's going to push his queen to the right and allow her to get down to that second air defense. So from there, he's going to have two air defenses taken care of, the queen taken care of. The CC is really a non-factor here. And from that, just everything else is a bonus. A few archer towers, things like that. He's going to almost immediately here start in with his lava hounds, his balloons following him up, and just sort of work this counterclockwise motion around the base, going pretty light on balloons on the front side here, honestly. Just a few balloons there on that, and then a few more on the right side. But the bulk of his balloons, he's sort of saving for this back side as he wraps around. You'll see that these balloons sort of wrap around the base. He does drop some haste spells for him, gets in there, gets that third air defense taken care of, drops another hound, and it cuts across the base, soaking up more traps, protecting his balloons. But you see those balloons he dropped earlier, they get roasted pretty quickly once they get to that core. But now he's coming with his big push. Bunch of balloons coming from the bottom here. He's got a lot of spells left. He's got his free spell. He's got two rage spells that he can drop in here. So really coming in heavy on this backside. There goes that first rage spell, loading up on those balloons. That nice free spell there. Gets pretty good value for that. Tried to go, I think, for both Inferno Towers. Just didn't quite get it, but did get one, and an X-bow and and a Tesla there. So pretty good value for that. Then right here on the backside drops that last rage spell, which allows him to just get to those that Inferno Tower, take it out, and he's got one hound left, which has just a little bit of life left. Even had a balloon left in the bag, so that was pretty good. He can drop this wizard up top, but again, that lava hound is still up, so he really doesn't want to bust that wizard tower. Or excuse me, that wizard tower. He really needs to be careful with that wizard. He doesn't want to bust that lava hound because it could cause problems with those pups and stuff. So pretty smart dropping it sort of away from it. By the time it gets locked onto that, the base is pretty much wrecked, 96%, 97%, and then right there, because he has that lava hound still, he can take a few shots from there and no problem. Boom. 3-star from Hunter the Great. Very, very nice attack and a good one to end us on. So I hope you guys are enjoying the series still. Again, thank you, patrons. They're bringing these attacks to you guys. And if you're interested and want to be on the series, obviously check the link in the description. Go to the Patreon page. All the details are there. And I appreciate every one of you guys, both patrons and viewers and subscribers. And all of y'all love you. Until next time, Jake from One Hive, doing my best to help you guys suck less.